Hello everyone and welcome to Louise Singleton Creations. There's me and Honey here. We're celebrating Christmas Day early because I've had a special delivery from HTV RONT. You know what's in it because you've read the title and that's why you're here. So we'll waste no more time. I'll bring you a little bit closer and we'll open the box. HTV RONT have a whole range of products for your vinyl crafting needs. There's so much to choose from and they currently have a Christmas sale on up until the 30th of December with up to 50% off. So make sure you take a look. I'll put a link in the description. Let's get on with the unboxing. Okay, I can't wait to see inside this. You know, when you know what something looks like, but you still can't wait to look. Ooh, it's exciting. Right, so we're ready. Let's look what we've got in. Ooh, it looks like there may be some extras. What's this then? Let's have a look. I have a feeling we might have some heat transfer vinyl for me to use. Yes. Oh, do you know what? I love the vinyl from HTV RONT because it comes in this Velcro sealed thing. Ooh. Wow. I've got all different colours in there. Oh my goodness. Oh yes. Oh brilliant. I'm going to be able to have a really good play with that, aren't I? Oh, thank you HTV RONT. And something else. I wonder what this could be. Some more holographic permanent vinyl. Oh brilliant. So I won't be using that today because I'm doing some heat pressing. But I will be using my heat transfer vinyl today. So thank you again HTV RONT. Right, so we've got the manual. I will be having a read of this before I do my demonstration because I've never used a heat press before. Oh, we've got the Teflon sheet for protecting everything that goes underneath the press. So that's brilliant. I thought I might need to order one, but I've got one, so that's brilliant. Oh, my goodness, don't know what this is. Feels like another, thing of HTV adhesive vinyl, and it looks like it might be a white one. Brilliant. Oh, so here, oh look, it's blue. It's well packaged. I think I might have to take this out off camera, but it's looking good, isn't it? It's looking good. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to go and take it into my craft room and I will read the manual and I will give you a closer look and description, and I will also do a demonstration because I have some things to make for our cafe. Our staff needs some uniforms with the logo on, so I'll be doing a little bit of that. So yeah, I will see you in a minute. And here it is, my HTV RONT heat press in position in my craft room, and I think it looks very smart indeed. It feels very robust and it's quite heavy, but not too heavy for one person to carry. I managed to carry it up the stairs into my craft room quite easily. But yeah, it feels, like I say, robust. It feels like quality to me. And here we have the ironing board, and it just slides in and out so easily. You do need to be careful when you push it in to make sure it clicks into position, because it won't work if you don't click it into position. It will just beep at you and you'll wonder what's going on. So click it right into place and there it is. I think it's time to have a closer look. It's got a range of functions, but it's not complicated at all. It's very simple and the manual does tell you everything you need to know if you're not sure. So different kinds of HTV or heat transfer vinyl and also different applications require different temperatures and different amounts of time. And that's very easy to set by using the temperature and time buttons. Just select time or temperature and use the plus and minus buttons to set it to the time or the temperature that you require. Underneath the screen on the left, there's a mode button. There are 4 built-in modes which suit popular applications. Keep pressing the button to scroll through the 4 options. If one of those options has the temperature and time you require, it means you don't have to set it manually. Next, you have the custom button. With this button, you have the option of setting a heat and time that you frequently use. So that's really easy. You can just go straight to that one if you know what temperature and time you need and just click that and it will be there. The third button is the auto button. With this option, the machine will press down automatically when you push the board in place and it'll stay down until you press the button again. The manual that comes with the machine goes into a lot more detail should you require it, although it is really very simple. And so I'm not going to go into any more detail on that because I want to get pressing. Let's go. I almost forgot that before we can do any pressing, we need the designs. Now let me explain what I'm doing with my designs. I'm going to be making things for our cafe, and our cafe is a cycling themed cafe with the branding being the colours of the UCI flag. So it's all very colourful with those stripes. We have several of these couches. I've already made those 2 cushions, but I need some more nice colourful cushions. So that's one thing I'm going to make. I also need to put the logo and branding on some aprons. And what else? Oh yeah, tote bags. I thought it might be a good idea to sell some little bags in the cafe if people are interested. So I'm going to have a go at that as well. So because we're a cycling themed cafe, I went into the Cricut design space and I found a picture of a wheel from a racing bike because it's more of a racing themed cafe. So I wanted a nice smooth one. And I sliced it into 5 and used the colours from our branding. I set the material size to A4. And for the material type, I selected everyday iron-on. Don't select the heat transfer one because the pressure on that setting is too much and it will go all the way through the backing sheet. I'm going to be using the HTV RONT pack of heat transfer vinyl that you saw me unboxing at the beginning. It also came with a little weeding tool, which I thought was a nice little extra. So I'm just quickly showing you all the different colours that came in the pack before I get on to the cutting. So I was looking for a sheet of black, but look at everything else there is. All the colours I need and much, much more, even silver and gold, and I think there was a bronze in there. Oh, and another Teflon sheet, which is very handy. And as HTV RONT was so kind to send me some extras, I thought I'd better show you them. It was the holographic sheets that I unpacked here, and look at those colours. Oh, aren't they gorgeous? I think my favourite is the greeny blue one. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. I do love the HTV RONT products. And also I said that roll was white, but it wasn't. It was a metallic gold. Isn't it gorgeous? I feel so lucky, and I think there's going to be some more Cricut crafting projects coming soon. Right, on with the cutting. I found the sheet of black and I put it onto my mat, shiny side down, and I loaded it into the machine. I left out the cutting process because it took quite a long time, and here it is, ready for weeding. As you can see, that was the most complex one, and so I'm not going to show you the weeding of that one. I repeated the process for all the other pieces, and I'm just going to show you the weeding of the simplest one. Weeding is the process of getting rid of all the bits that you don't want in your design. And for that you use a weeding tool, and it's kind of a pointed tool, as you can see, and you just kind of stick it in through the bit that you don't want, like hook it out, and carefully pull back the vinyl. And you do need to be careful at first because it's hard to get it started. It's quite sticky, the backing sheet, but once you get it started, as you can see, it's easy. And kind of hold it down close to your surface and it comes off much better. And so yeah, it weeds really easily, this vinyl, really easily. I almost did it in one piece, but not quite. On the back of the packet that the vinyl comes in, it gives you lots and lots of information, and it tells you that the temperature needs to be 305 degrees Fahrenheit and you need to press it for 15 seconds. My machine already had that in because I'd had a practice, and when you turn it off and turn it back on again, it stays at the setting it was on when you turned it off. So I didn't need to do all the setting like I showed you before. And for this project, I'm using a white, well, it's not white, is it? A natural tote bag, and I think it's like a 100% cotton canvas type thing. So I pulled out the ironing board, placed the bag on it and pushed it back in, and then all you need to do is press the start button, you know, that green flashing button there, and then it does everything for you. You don't need to worry about pressure or anything like that. It's all done, and when the 15 seconds is up, it raises itself up. You don't need to tell it to, and then you just pull out the board and it's done. So yeah, I just pressed it, and I'm just making a mark where the middle is by folding it in half, and that will help me to position my pieces in the right place. I started with the middle part of the design, so I knew that it would all be central, and the backing sheet is sticky so that when you place it onto the bag it stays in position. Once that was in position, I put the Teflon sheet over the top and loaded it back into the machine in just the same way as before. This particular vinyl is a cool peel vinyl. Different ones have different instructions. Some of them you can peel off the backing sheet while it's still hot, but others you let it cool down. With this one, you let it cool down. So I've edited out that part while I was waiting for it to cool, so you weren't waiting around as well. And once it's cool, you just peel off the backing sheet very carefully, and there you have it. You're ready for the next part. And for all the other pieces, it's just a case of very carefully matching them up into the right position. It was a bit tricky to make sure it was in the right place because there's so many little details on there. So I was very careful, and yeah, just repeated the same thing again and again and again. And then it was finished. And this is the first time I've ever used a heat press. In the past, when I've had a go at this, and I haven't had many goes, but I've used an iron and I've had varying results, to be honest. Sometimes I've left it on too long, and sometimes not long enough. Sometimes I've scorched it, and, you know, because I didn't really know what I was doing. But this machine really takes the guesswork out of it. You don't need to worry about pressing too hard or too light. It just does it all for you, and it's so simple. And yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Here we've got one of the waist aprons. I don't know what you call them. You know, the ones, I suppose they're called waist aprons that I did for one of the waitresses. And next, we have a design which I found in the Cricut library, and this is just onto a sheet of black fabric because I'm going to make it into a cushion for one of the sofas. And I did another one as well. I think they're quite cute. There's so much to choose from in that Cricut design space. It really is good. So yeah, I like that. It was nice and simple, although there was a lot of weeding. And of course it needed a partner, so I chose a similar kind of design and did one for the other side of the couch. I only managed to get one cushion made up so far, but here you can see the 4 projects you've seen me make, and I'm really happy with the results, and it was so much fun. And of course, as you know, I've already told you, I've never used a heat press before, so I've got nothing to compare it with. However, even if I did, I don't think I'd have anything negative to say about it. I thought it was really, really good in every aspect. And if a beginner finds it easy, it's got to be good, hasn't it? So yeah, if you're thinking about it, definitely go and have a look, because I would highly recommend the HTV RONT Auto Press. And don't forget, they have a Christmas sale on at the moment, so be sure to check the links in the description and go and have a look. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now. The links in the description.